Hello everyone. Today we're taking a look at the Ultimate Trial Cage, and this one's pretty unique. This one you can actually assign seats, and the assigned seats gets an extra buff during the event. Now that's pretty cool. I haven't really seen that in the other strategy games I played. I'm used to seeing an event just like this, bear trap or whatever you want to call it in other games. It's pretty cool. The rewards are usually really good. It's a fun thing to do with your teams. You get to do it every 2 days. It usually has a cooldown. You can improve your rewards by also donating and having your team donate to the cage. You get that kind of stuff from doing watchtower missions or intel missions, whatever, the little plane thing. So now you see, this is the assigned seat charts. You can pick where you want your players to go, and it will stop other people from teleporting in, and it will also give that player a message like, hey, you have a seat available. That is a awesome option. I wish more games will adapt and pick this strategy up, and also add 10% increased damage to the butcher, whatever the guy is that pops up. I believe that's his name, the butcher. But I mean, it's awesome. I wish more teams or more games would do that. Now, every game I play, I always set the timer and try to announce what time the event is. Ours right here, now it runs on server time, not UTC. Ours is set for 1500. So we set it and we've already announced it. Now, we didn't have too many people show up for this Ultimate Trial Cage, but we're going to try to probably put a vote out, and that's always a good thing to do, to try to judge what is the best time to try to work your events around. So that's always a good way to do that. You can get into the vote by going into the alliance menu. I'll show you guys how to do that in a second. But first, I also want to say, right now, this is very early on for us, so the characters really don't matter when we're joining. The troops always matter. You never really want to bring too many low-level troops. They fill up the rallies. They don't do damage. It stops the rallies from doing maximum damage. So try to leave the lower level troops at home. You should always try to be promoting your troops. But right now, with this game, you have to have 4 stars, level 5 skills, 4-star character with a level 5 skill to have a rally skill applied to the rally. We're not there yet. So the rally joiners aren't really that important yet, but there is a dedicated video on which characters to start trying to build to join rallies and apply certain skills. And with these rallies, it's important too, because these rallies, if you have duplicate characters, the second character doesn't run at full skill. It runs at 66% effectiveness. So the characters that you use are going to matter a lot later on once you start getting into the battles with development centers. And once you have a 4-star character with level 5 skills, the rally skills are really going to start to matter. But again, this is something fun to do. This is basically like a practice with rewards. One thing you always do too is, to help you prepare, is set your presets. I go in before I do this event, always make sure I have my character set that I want to open my rally with. I can make the choice to set my preset so I can have troops left over. I can bring all my troops if I want, and I can save it so that way I save myself time. Another thing you could do is these guys right here. These guys will give you buffs. They're felons. You can activate them inside your jail. We're going to have a video coming out about that, so there should be a video on this channel that will explain that farther, but the one I have now will increase my attack for my troops. So I use him a lot, especially right now we're in the middle of kill event, so I kind of need the extra little attack. I mean, the defense one is good too, but as you see, we're about getting ready to start, so I'm all prepared. I got my presets done. I got my felon character set, and we've got the announcements made. We're getting ready to start shortly. And when you start, the one thing you got to remember is, again, try not to bring low-level troops. I mean, this is, again, early on into the server, so if you have to, you have to, but you really don't want to. So see, I'm using my presets. We're gonna send our guys in, and then we're gonna try to join some other rallies. So right here, we're joining another rally. I'm not gonna put the shield, normally you won't use the shield character once you get the level 5 skills, but again, right now the character's skills are really not applying, so it doesn't really matter early game. So we're gonna go in, we're gonna join. Now, also another option later on is, now she would be a good joiner. That would be how you want to join, even if it's one character to the left, because it's only going to be the one skill that applies. But also, big thing to remember is you can take out the characters and send just your troops. A lot of people do that in the game that I play currently on another game. If we don't have the right characters or all our characters are being used, we will remove our characters and send just our high-level troops to help the rallies. Because as you can see right here, the skills ain't being applied because we don't have them yet, but when the skills are going to be applied, if you have duplicate characters, they run at 66% effectiveness, so the characters in this game matter very much. And we do have a dedicated video to help people with the rally joining and explain which characters are doing what to a rally. So now let's take a look real quick before we look at the rewards on how to best decide what time to do your ultimate trial cage. Like I said earlier, you can open up a vote for it and basically let people decide, and you do that by, there's an alliance menu at the bottom. So before we do, we're just gonna check the rallies, and then right there where you see alliance, you're gonna want to tap on that will take you into a menu, and in there, if you go into our settings, you will see that in here we can initiate a poll, and that will help us judge. We can write out the question, what time best works with you. We can set a timer for 24 hours, pin it up, and have people give us an idea of what time works best for the event, so we can set the time and make sure everyone gets the maximum rewards. Now we're going to jump ahead and take a look at the rewards. Okay, here you will be able to see in here where it says damage ranking, you can see the rewards. And then if you go to the personal damage, that will also show you the rewards that you get from this whole entire event, what everyone will be getting here. So if you go click on this where it says rally, again, you see the rewards above, but if you hit damage ranking, you go in here and you can see where you're ranked for the event while the event's going on. But over here, personal damage ranking, you can see you got really good rewards. Precision gear, you got magnets. I mean, that's a pretty good amount of precision gear. And then also you have millions of material. I'm talking 23 million just in one certain type of material. I mean, that's really good. You have stuff to upgrade your gears. I mean, it is unbelievable. So, you know what I'm saying? You gotta make sure you remember to use the right characters, because they're gonna have skills, and that's the skills on the right-hand side that's gonna apply to the rally. So like these characters here, all these skills are gonna be applied to the rally that's on the right. So very important to make sure you use the characters with the right skills to get the highest amount of rewards. Like this character here has 2 construction buffs. That's why I do not use her. I use this character over here instead of her, because as you see, she has 2 skills that have attack skills, where the construction one only has 1. It's very important on who do you use on these rallies. But again, right now in early game, the best thing that you can do is just have fun. The learning and growing and everything will come eventually later on, but it's always good to have the knowledge so that way you can start working on certain characters early on. And plus, it's always good to know what to do, so that way players on your team don't get mad at you. Even if you don't play that much, if you jump in and you use the right characters, people will be happy to see you. And again, because you're helping people to get the maximum rewards. These rewards are very good. I highly recommend you do this with your team. Push for this if your team is lacking on this. This is a very fun thing. You do this every 2 days, and it's always good to try to see personal growth. You always want to see your score constantly keep growing. I really like this, and every game I always play, this is something that the team kind of revolves around. So I hope everyone has fun. I hope these tips help everyone. You have a wonderful day. Please, people, continue to view in, subscribe. We're going to have a lot more videos coming. Thank you all. You all have a good one.